Welcome back. Today, have we uncovered the meaning of the bridge and how it actually relates to Stanislav Lunev? Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome to Just Informed Talk. Thank you to every single one of my subscribers. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't be possible. And if you want to support this channel, a real easy way to do it is to come to this landing page, go ahead and click the red subscribe button, and hit the bell for notifications. I promise to bring you this info as soon as it comes to me. And this is a story I'm working on kind of on the fly, and I need your help in the comments, so please comment with any input or insight into this. Now, Stanislav Lunev, the bridge, payback for today, Q. What is this all referring to? Well, I had a good, reliable source point me in a new direction, and it's this right here. It's the Bridge Community Center, and it's in Stanislaus State, which is it's a part of, Stanislaus State is a part of California State University, and it's located in Modesto, California. Here's the Bridge Community Center. Now, what does the Bridge Community Center do? Let's just go through this really quickly. The Bridge Community Center was started by geography faculty from Stanislaus State and anthropology faculty from Modesto Junior College in 1989. To get students involved in helping solve community problems and provide community service while they learn about other cultures as well. Several courses in geography use it for cultural immersion programs. So this is actually, you can study abroad. They send people all over the world. Very suspicious. I mean, the outward appearance would not lend it to that, but when we get into some of these weird details, you guys may be questioning it too by the end of this episode. But it says here they've worked with Cambodian, Lao, all types of people, and then they bridge the gap and they provide people who can translate. That's one of their big things, is they supply 32,000 clients in Southeast Asia with cultural training workshops, and they have 2,500 students who have done community service learning through the bridge and its clients. So it seems like a way to move people in and out, and it deserves a lot more research. But we're going to get into a few interesting things. First of all, it's listed here at the Southeast Asia Resource Action Center, and it gives its details. And I think it's, these are resources that are meant to help people here in the country who are from Southeast Asia. Basically, a lot of what they go through is that people who move here have trouble with things like translating and understanding it. Now, here's an interesting article I found, and it's from the Modesto Bee, a local newspaper. And if you see right here, the contact name and the site coordinator for this center is Marge Leopold. And there's some really interesting things that you can put together on your own, but I'm going to take you through what I found. So this article goes into, at first it talks about there's a huge gap between the Asian minorities in California and or Latino and Asian minorities and their doctors, and how there's not a lot of doctors who can speak the languages that are necessary to provide care. And if you see reference in this article, Marge Leopold, she's mentioned. So obviously, she's the site coordinator for the bridge, a Southeast Asian community organization in Modesto. But she talks here about how most Southeast Asian people in the country don't have doctors who speak their language or understand their culture. She goes on to say, because of the language barrier, Hmong Cambodian patients with English-speaking physicians have limited understanding of their prescription medication. Some of the Cambodians and the survivors of the Khmer Rouge genocide in the 1970s, some of the Cambodians there are survivors of the Khmer Rouge. Then it says a lot of Southeast Asian, she goes on to say, a lot of Southeast Asians are put on antidepressants because of the trauma they have experienced, she said. After they have been on antidepressants or psychotropics, they have had side effects they don't understand because they didn't comprehend what the doctor told them. And that's kind of like what the article goes into, in that they are trying to recruit doctors and trying to get people in here. So do with that as you may. It keeps getting weirder and weirder, the more you look up what they're doing here. So this takes me to here, which is just to kind of go over what is laid out here. You have her listed as the contact for the bridge here, just to continue to double verify here. I've several documents that list her as the person who is in charge, basically. And it says that they provide services and family support programs for children and families, including those at risk of abuse and neglect. So that seems to be a trend with a lot of these organizations that are somehow getting involved in all this. Certainly deserves more research. Now, this is something that was very strange. That I did a little research on the internet, and this is from the Merced Sun Star, which I think is Mercedes County or whatever, in California, right there near Modesto. Now, and it says, this is an article talking about details emerge in West Modesto cop shooting. And it says, Rita Elias, 31, died after off-duty sheriff's detective Carrie Abbey shot her during an argument on Donald Street in West Modesto, said Deputy Andrew Winter, a Stanislaus County Sheriff's spokesman. And it says the argument occurred outside a small single-story apartment complex in the 1700 block of Donald Street. One neighbor said the argument went on for about an hour before gunshots rang out. Now, who is this neighbor and how do they connect? Well, I'll tell you who. It's Marge Leopold, of course. She's here being referenced. This is an article from 2010. So it says, here we'll just jump down to where they're interviewing the neighbors, it looks like. And it says, she and a few of her neighbors said they heard about 4 to 5 shots like Beard, C.L. Everett, and Marge Leopold let their instincts take over when they heard the shots. We hit the floor, said Everett, who heard about 5 shots from inside her house, too many shots and too close. We stayed inside. Everett and Leopold live next to the apartment complex. They said tenants move in and out frequently, but they've never heard of significant problems at the complex. And Leopold, Marge, goes on to say, I just see a lot of guys coming in and out of there all the time. And Everett and Leopold said they recognized a detective involved in Friday's shooting, and she said she is the daughter of the owner and landlord of the complex. So, that is another thing. Do with that as you may. Nothing is set in stone or connected, really, besides the point that, when you start researching Marge Leopold, and I know this is a huge jump, but one of the articles that pops up, which you can't help, and even if it's not connected, I just like to talk about this anyway, is that Anderson Cooper reconciles with his brother, this guy named Leopold Starakowski or whatever, after the bizarre dispute over their mother, Gloria Vanderbilt's therapist, okay, which I thought was very fascinating. So I'm not saying that there is a connection, but I am saying that it's funny that my mic keeps cutting out and my program keeps shutting down as I'm in the middle of these streams that I'm trying to do. But that aside, you guys can see for yourself here. You guys, I'm depending on you. There's a lot of articles about this lady. There's information to be had or found out there about this Bridge Community Center. I encourage every single one of you to do your research. Help me. This is information that's been presented to me that I think is important to the interpretation of the bridge. I'm not giving you a full report that's all with everything tied together. I'm really doing this because I want to get the information out there and hear what you guys have to say. And that's really what's going to make the difference. So please continue to help out. I will look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments. But remember, if you don't take anything away from any of what we talked about today, just remember that God's grace is greater, and He is with you always. And if you open your heart to Him, He will come into your heart, and He'll provide you with all the blessings and all the success and all the prosperity that you deserve. You may have to go through troubles, and you may have to go through trials and hardships, but the Lord is good, and if you reach out to Him and seek His advice, you will be successful. So please, if you don't take anything away from today's video, just take away that God loves you. Please open your heart to Him, and He will come in and He will bless you and heal you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This is Craig. You just watched Just Informed Talk. Make sure to spread the links, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, spread this video, spread this information. Let's make it viral. You guys are the best. Godspeed and God bless.